friend, Rob Christopherson here again with another first listen review. This is one that I was checking out last night, and it's one of these bands that I've actually been listening to right from the start. And they've been around since '96, and it is Iron Savior and their new album called Firestar. I kind of got into these guys way back when Kai Hansen had left Halloween. I loved Halloween. Halloween was like one of those bands that came out of nowhere, it seemed like, and just kind of like took over, like the listening that I was, the style of music I was listening to at that time. They just kind of took over everything I was listening to. It was big power metal, epic songs, fast riffs, and stuff like that. And when Kai left, and I heard that he was doing this band, I'm like, oh, I gotta check him out. He didn't stay with them for too long. He was with them for 4 or 5 years or something like that, and left. But at this point, the only original member is Pete Silik, or Silk. I actually don't even know how you pronounce it. And as anybody knows that listens to me, I pronounce names wrong all the time, so I apologize. All these German names, I don't know. And what's weird is, like, I have a Swedish background, which is close to the same pronunciations. I still get everything wrong. But anyway, they do have Jan Soren Eckert's back on bass, who's been with them for past 12, 13 years, but he was back with them in 97 through 2003, and he left for a while. And they got Patrick Close on drums and Joachim Piesel Kustner on guitars. He's been with them since 2000, so the band's been pretty strong for the past years. I mean, they did change a drummer here about 6 years ago, but overall, considering how some of these bands go, yeah, they're right around 10 members or so that they've had in there, which is not horrible considering what some of these bands that I've been reviewing lately have gone through as far as members. But their style of music is like in the power metal vein, a little bit more straightforward, I think, than like Halloween, where they did a lot of the big epic songs, and Halloween had some like really goofy type songs too, which I love. I mean, I'm not ragging on that or anything. I actually really like this. I think it's fun. But they're pretty much more like a Jag Panzer or even, dare I say, Priest style metal with the riffing and stuff. But their vocals are a little bit more power metal. And this album kind of sticks right in that same vein as what you'd be expecting from them. It starts with a intro, which I could, whatever. It's an intro. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. This I could have take or leave it. It's 11 tracks, 10 if you don't count the intro, which is called the Titan, and it kicks right in the Curse of the Machinery, which it's got one of those blistering riffs that, I mean, instantly it sounded like a Priest lick to me. Actually, something like, it was very similar to the sound of KK Priest's new album. They had like that style riffing going on. I was like, all right, that's cool, because that's what I like. And the rest of the album pretty much stays in that vein. It's funny because I get to the second real song, is track 3, is In the Realm of Heavy Metal. The only thing I got to point out is those lyrics are horrible. I don't know what it is about these bands, and still, singing about metal and all the cliches, but they filled that song with that one. It was kind of, I don't know, whatever, but the song was cool, so it kind of made up for it. And the rest of the album's got that kind of, they sing around, they've always done this, they sing about, space, and, there's one on here called Mask, Cloak, and Sword, where, through the fires of hell, so it's got that, it's one, and it's not that the lyrics are bad, but there's nothing exploring anything new, so that's fine, whatever. If that's what you're into, and you like this band, you like their previous efforts, you're gonna like this one. It's I would say it sounds more like the first 4 albums for me, like my favorites. They've never done anything really crazy, I don't think, from what I remember, like out in just exploring new worlds or anything, but they kind of got a little stale, I think, like in the middle, like right around the mid 2000s there. But my favorite album, I think, of all the ones I did before, is Condition Red, which is actually, I don't even think Kai was in the band anymore at that point, but that was one of my favorite albums that they did, and the first 3 were really good too. And this kind of feels more like one of those albums. Production's a little bit better. His style of singing is reminds me. It's funny, as I was listening to it, I never really noticed it before, but he sounds kind of like man, I can't think of his name now. Another German band, I believe, Blind Guardian. I can't think of the guy's name, but his singing style is like very reminiscent of that. Although the riffing, if you could picture that type of style singing over like Priest-ish metal, it's kind of what you get here. I was like, I'd never like noticed that before until this album, but it works really well. I'll just say that my favorite track on this whole album is called "Nothing Is Forever," and it was kind of that one was a little different than anything I think I've heard from them. It's a little bit, it's not as power metal-y, a little bit more of a hook to it than I think that instead of just a shout along chorus like a lot of these have. So anyway, that's just like my quick little rundown of this one. It's a cool album. I mean, I liked it. It's what I expected, and a little bit better than actually what I expected, I would say. So it was definitely worth it. I wasn't really expecting too much, and I got more than what I was hoping for. So that's always a good thing. Anyway, so as always, feel free to like, subscribe, and share, and comment, and all that fun stuff. And we'll talk to you in the next one. See you.